Hello guys, Brad here again with another fragrance review. Today I'm looking at a fragrance from the house of Labo called Bergamote 22. I believe this is my third fragrance from that house. Rose 31, which is a nice rose fragrance that guys can pull off easily, and Santal 33, a nice interesting take on sandalwood. So this will be my third fragrance from them. Woody Aromatic came out in 2006 with notes of bergamot, vetiver, grapefruit, orange blossom, petitgrain, musk, cedar, vanilla, and amber. So what I did was I took my little 0.7 ml sample that Labo made, put that in my atomizer, put it on both forearms, and I gave it a try. So very disappointed in the fact that the sample was so small. Kind of thing that would make Oliver Twist turn in his grave if he were alive today. Something like that. But anyway, yeah, not a very big sample. I think they might have bigger samples, but unfortunately this one is not one of their bigger samples. And I think it's kind of interesting that bergamot would be the central theme of any fragrance because it's such a commonplace element in men's fragrances, perhaps one of the most common men's fragrance notes ever. It's like they have all these bergamot trees, and people don't really eat bergamot, so they sell it to the fragrance houses and they stick it in their fragrances. And it smells nice and everything, but after a while it gets to be a bit redundant and generic, and kind of seems to be the case here as well. Definitely fresh, uplifting, citrusy, kind of green. I do get a little bit of that neroli kind of a thing, like a Mugler cologne. I think people have mentioned that. It does at least remind me to some extent of Terry Mugler's Mugler cologne. A little bit of that bergamot in there, so like some fresh, citrusy, green, soapy, neroli kind of a smell. It's nice. I mean, I like the smell, but it really doesn't bring anything new to the game, and at the price point that they're asking for, I really don't see why people would get too excited about this one unless you got the bottle for free somehow in a contest or some kind of a sponsored giveaway or something. I don't know. I'm not really getting the hype here. I do have a couple of other fragrances I like to wear when I'm looking for this type of feel. Definitely the Artisan Sur Herb kind of falls into that category, that green sort of steamed neroli kind of an effect there. And my bergamot fragrance here, Zenga's Aqua de Bergamote. I got this one for like $30 or less. Really nice aquatic bergamot fragrance, light, refreshing. So yeah, these types of fragrances give me the same general feel and a lot less cost out of my pocket than Bergamote 22 would be. So I'll be very wary about buying this one. I mean, if you have a sample or a decant and you really love it and it does the job for you better than anything else, by all means pursue it. Definitely don't recommend blind buying it by any means, because I think it seems to me there's kind of a split in half on how people feel about this one. Some people say the best bergamot in the game. Some people are going to say, well, it's just kind of generic. It doesn't really perform that well. It smells like 100 other fragrances out there. And that's kind of how I feel about it myself. So my final scores here. Smell, I'm going to say 7.5 out of 10. It's not that I don't like the smell. I mean, it's a really nice, refreshing, uplifting, green, citrusy smell. I think a lot of people will enjoy the smell of this one. But projection longevity, we'll say maybe 3 to 5 hours of very light to moderate projection, so about 6 out of 10 there. Versatility, definitely great for any hot spring, summer day wear, occasion to work, just out and about, outside, especially where the breezy spring, summer air is kind of hitting you, and that fresh green neroli bergamot effect is kind of coming off your skin. Be a great time for that. Uniqueness, I'm going to say 5 out of 10. Bergamot, like I said, is one of the most commonplace notes in the fragrance world for men, and this one also has that neroli kind of a smell to it, which just kind of gives it even more of a generic aspect as well. Price point at Lucky Scent, $310 for the 100 ml. Now they do have smaller bottles and options, but for the 100 ml, $310. Very expensive, one of the more expensive bergamot themed fragrances that I've encountered in my journey, I think. Overall for me, I'm going to say 6.5 out of 10. I think there's probably stronger bergamot fragrances, certainly cheaper bergamot fragrances out there to check out. If you're a huge fan of bergamot, definitely give it a try if you can without blind buying it and see what you think. But for me, yeah, it kind of fell short on performance and uniqueness. So those are my thoughts on the Bergamote 22 from Labo. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later.